Right. I'd like to call this regular meeting of the Columbia Board of Selectmen in order Tuesday, November 18th at 7 P.M. This is a hybrid meeting, so we have Chris Lenk online and anybody who else is out there. And I ask that everybody be respectful. Before we get started, let's all join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I need to put something on the agenda. I apologize. I moved to add under old, I moved to approve the agenda with the addition of under old business 5.2. We need to set a town meeting December 16, 2025 to correct the general fund transfer and appropriation approved at the 4/15/25 town meeting. We will explain. It's needed for the audit that is ongoing. Any discussion on it? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you for your understanding. I move to approve the Board of Selectmen meeting minutes from October 21st, 2025.
I just had one thing on 9.1.
Wait.
9.1, second to the last line, it says the installation of 2 speed cameras on Whitney and Carson Streets. They weren't cameras, were they?
No,
Okay, so
they
it
were
says
speed
cameras.
indicators.
It says camera.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my gosh. Good catch.
For what?
Good catch.
I was proud of myself.
Anything else? Any more discussion?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Audience of citizens. Anything that's on the agenda? Anybody out there, Mark? Hand up or anything? No, sir. Thank you. Old business, update on the American 250th Gala for January 17th, 2025. So we talked about having a gala and I brought it to the 250th committee. It kind of started out good, and it went a little bit less, and then a couple people, a subcommittee was formed and they took the ball and they run with it. And it, in my opinion, if you don't attend, you're gonna miss a nice evening, I'll be honest with you. We have a sponsor, a platinum sponsor of it, Wild Hyundai. Their new showroom down there, they're going to remove everything in the showroom, decorate. We're gonna have a couple of different rooms down there, they're gonna decorate for us. We've got 2 bands that are playing, one an easy listening band for an hour, and then, a DJ for 3 hours. We have a caterer. The Gates family is handling staff, parking, insurance. Anything we need. And I've just had a meeting with the fire marshal, we can have 240 people. 240 people. So $50 a ticket. It's to raise money for other events that will happen throughout the year in Columbia. And if you look in here, we're going to hopefully approve this later. Is a banner. And theme, Columbia honors America's celebration of 250 years. Okay, so. Anybody have any questions? Any questions on it?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
What's the date? Still January 17th.
Okay.
same thing.
Coming up, Chris.
I want, listen, I want all of Columbia to turn out, okay? I want you to have a good time and everything, but it's 240 tickets, so we have set aside a date. Not cut off, but a date we will sell only to Columbia residents and their guests. You have somebody who wants to come, that's great, and then we will extend the ticket sales another 10 to 12 days, that anybody who, like in Mansfield or Hebron or Willimantic, if they wanna come, they can buy tickets. I want Columbia residences to be there first, okay? So, Mary, how many tickets you need? No, tickets. So hopefully we've thought of everything. Tomorrow we'll be presenting it all once again to the 250th committee who is working on it. So with no other questions.
Sounds cool.
Next. So we added this correction to the general fund transfer. We talked, when we first set the meeting, we approved as the board $260,000 for the slip line for the two culverts. Okay. For some reason, when we went into the town meeting, it came in at 225. So we made a mistake. So the town meeting and the town voted on 225. And the auditors caught it and said, listen, there's a discrepancy here, it has to be corrected. Since the board knew of 263. $263,000, and then later on allocated some of that money to different, because we didn't spend that amount of money. We did allocate the balance of that, the leftover, to other projects. We need to go back and make sure the town says, okay, $263,000. So I move to set a town meeting on December 16th, 2025 at 6:45 PM. In the Adela G Urban Conference Room, 323 Route 87, Columbia, Connecticut, for the following purpose. Clause 1. 2, correct the general fund transfer appropriation to the town of Columbia capital account number 20-6187-004. Box culvert repair and replacement approved at the 4/15/25 town meeting from $225,000 to $263,000 as originally approved by the Board of Selectmen. Any questions or discussion? Understood? All those in favor?
Hi.
Aye. Thank you. New business. I move to approve the 2026 holiday schedule as presented. Please take a look at it. I haven't even seen it yet, but I don't want to meet it on July 4th. Okay, oh, this is not our schedule, this is the town holiday schedule, that's right. July 1.
So is that what the rest of the state and the country are doing, is celebrating it, having Friday off instead of Monday off?
On what? For July.
4th of July, I'm sorry.
Well, Saturday, it's a Saturday, so you
I
go
understand.
before.
Yeah, you go before. The Sunday you go full.
Do we normally have January 1st on it twice?
Yes, it's Eve. January 1st is New Year's Day,
Yeah,
and we get it,
Well, it's showing 27.
well, it's showing 27.
I understand that, so we just. We usually have it listed like that, and we put a disclaimer saying,
Yeah,
January
if you look
1st.
at the top, you'll see the 26th, New
Yeah.
Year's Day.
Okay. Nothing, I understand. That's. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Hi.
Thank you. I move to approve the 2026 Board of Selectmen schedule as presented. St. Patrick's Day? How this happened?
I know.
Is it really?
We had coffee for tonight, so what are you bringing that day? I can't believe that.
Yeah, we have permission, we can arrange for something.
Listen, you have to go around, let's do it.
Oh, that's fun.
It's not that funny, no.
At least it was caught by.
Okay, we're catching it, or is it, I mean,
We always meet on the 10th.
So what day is that?
It's a Tuesday.
The 17th, March 17th
Ah.
is St. Patty's.
You wanna move it?
Does it matter?
Wait till you get
I hate
closer.
Do we need to move it?
Ask the Irish people on.
Well, honestly, I would, if you put it out there, I'd vote to move it because. I mean, it's the one day a year I get boiled dinner. When is February, when is Martin Luther King and President's Weekends?
See, further around the third Monday of
It's
the
on
month.
Tuesdays anyway.
Same thing with President's Day, Tuesday or Monday.
Mondays.
Why don't we just move to the 24th instead of 17th, 1 week after?
The 24th,
Because you have the 3rd, and then
President 5 Tuesday.
there's actually 5 Tuesdays in March.
All right.
31st.
So move it to the 24th.
Yeah,
That works.
So great.
Good catch, Bill.
the first thing that came out of his mouth.
That's the first thing I spotted.
Oh, yeah, look, February 14th too, Bill. Okay, so, other than that, any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
No.
Aye. We'll set the tri-board meeting for Wednesday, December 17th, 2025 at 7 P.M. We do this and then I'm gonna buy in from fire pack and stuff, and you just tell them when we're doing it, right?
I'll be explaining that tomorrow. Yeah.
My calendar. Uh. Yeah, okay. Okay, anybody? Any discussion?
Mhm.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Uh. So let's talk about this. This is what the banner, they're hoping to print double-sided 4x8 banners and put them up, 2 of them, and put them up in town. And put them up there for the year.
Where are they gonna put?
Well, I'm hoping to put them up on the grasslands where Chris Ram owns up that property up there. And then we'll put them in another place down here up 66, but I'm taking suggestions. We can figure that out. I wanna prove this so we can get it printed and get it ready to put up.
Yeah, just gotta watch sightlines, so we don't.
That's why up in there is good.
Yeah.
There's nothing
You
coming
do
in.
double sided or single sided?
Double sided. You have to be double sided.
So I move to approve this banner for, and the cost is being covered by the 250th committee, and we have people who are buying it for the town. Okay. Move to approve double-sided displayed in the town where we decide. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Okay. Columbia Lake. Move to approve the application for the repair of the seawall, 4 Sunny Slopes Road upon the recommendation set forth by Elmet. So this was a little bit of a difference, town administrator Mark Walter and myself went out to take a look at this. We talked to the homeowner. And its representative, Mike Armstrong, who's here. He explained to us what he was looking to do. We relayed that to Elmac. And, everybody's okay with it. But there is something here. And I think it's important, I'm gonna be. Elmac advises that the Board of Selectmen require the applicant to comply with the following. For any future construction on the road to Columbia Lake, the applicant will apply for a permit to include Inland Wetlands Commission and Elmac applications. Detailed site plans and site visits, reviews, approval, and inspections to be completed prior to any work. So this is just not the applicant, okay? This is anybody who lives on the lake. They have to go through inland wetlands anyway. And they're going to have to go through LMAC. Because LMAC, even though the board is the deciding factor. We do respect the guidance that the members of LMAC provide to the board. We don't always follow it, but we read it. And it gives us the foundation to ask questions, to be more educated for what the applicants are looking to do. There was a misunderstanding here, so myself and the town administrator went out there. But this is not the norm. In addition, the applicants who need something to be done on the lake, to be put on notice that any work conducted on Columbia Lake's water or on town's lake beds, such as raking native plants, requires an inland wetlands application for only the designated time frame to include site visits, review, approval, and inspection of the approved area. Some of these plants, as I am told, there's only a period of time where you can rake the bottom, actually cutting the plant, dragging rakes or razors really, to cut the plant at a level where it does not germinate and it can be done in a safe, non-spreading manner. Okay? And a lot of that comes from the knowledge that LMAC has put forth. So it's in the record now. Inland wetlands and Elmwood. On this issue, yeah, that's all I want to say about that. There's a motion on the floor. Anybody else? All those in favor of this request by, what is it, Four Sunnyside? What is it?
For Sunny Slopes.
Four Sunny Slopes. All those in favor?
So the LMAC approved it, I guess, read it thoroughly, but they
Thank you.
approved it.
Yes. There are things here, you can't use pressure treated wood, nothing that's, cutting and size of material not to be occur over the lake bottom. And the work will be accomplished before the drawdown ends. And, because we're already into the drawdown, and no modification of the shoreline configuration is allowed. We understand that, correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yep, perfect. All right. Good question. All those in favor? Aye. We'll be done. We move to approve the application for the repair of a cement ramp and 2 sets of stairs for 6 Sunny Slopes Road on the recommendation set forth by Elmer. Little interesting to me, this one. All right, this is existing stairs. And a existing ramp. There's a picture in here for you. I have a question, and Mary, you looked at this one?
with Mike's Scalise.
Okay, I have a question on this.
Mhm.
Because I don't know. You going to replace these or just fix them, these stairs?
He's just fixing them with mortar. He's not replacing the stairs. Which is why we suggested an administrative approval, it's minor repair work.
Okay, alright, so LMAC advised the board of selectmen that this permit was administratively approved with the following conditions, and there they are, so no disturbance to the lake bed, or will be minimal. No grading or excavation is needed, nor shall be allowed. So disturbance lake bed is minimal. How minimal, like walking on it while he does the repairs or what?
That's it, pretty much.
Alright,
You could probably do it from the seawall.
all those in favor of approving this? Aye. I move to approve the application for the repair of the dock at 14 Lakeview Drive upon the recommendation set forth by LMAC. LMAC advised the board of selectmen all work accomplished during the drawdown, no machinery or power equipment to be allowed in the lake bed. Materials will not be added or removed from the lake bed. Ensure construction and repairs will be of sound materials and not adversely affect the quality of lake water or aquatic life. And disturbance of the lake bed is minimal. And this is a dock repair. So, let me ask you about this, because I have had another, not applicant, another resident on the lake. Whose dock was, much like this, moved by ice. But this is not because of, is this? A lengthy dock? Longer than most, or why is this one affected? And this is the only one I've seen, plus the other one I heard from.
This winter, we're done. This winter, there were at least 4 docks that were impacted by ice flow. We have a dam control policy. And admittedly, we thought the ice was down to 2 inches or less, and the ice came back to 4 inches and flowed into docks, and we had already raised the level to about 3 feet 9 inches or 3 feet 6 inches. The water's down 6 feet during the winter, and we were starting to raise it again. Unfortunately, when that ice formed thicker, it did impact 4 docks. And ice is incredibly strong. It moves rocks, it moves docks. 3 of the 4 who were impacted recognize that it's their responsibility, it's their property, approved by the town to be on a lake bed, and they've repaired the docks themselves. One individual actually took part of his dock out this winter to avoid it again. Long term, LMAC is re-looking at the dam control policy and rewriting it to try our best to minimize structural damage. However, the primary reason of the drawdown is environmental and structural management to be able to do repairs during the winter. Structural management is a third priority, and frankly, Mother Nature has a lot to do with that. Best we can. But over anybody who's been here probably since the 90s or before, 4 decades, this can happen and does happen.
Raises the question. Do we need to wait longer to make sure the ice is truly gone?
We did an analysis over the last 10 days. I'll be providing that to you to show how many docks and the lake goes down are still in water. And the length of those docks, because 95% of our docks at when water is below 3 feet 9 inches are out of the water. Unfortunately, there's a 5% that are 80 feet in length, 75 feet in length, 30 feet in length, 50 feet in length. We have all that data to say if a dock is longer than what the town recommends, 20 feet, you're going to be impacted.
But correct me, because again, this is just, because I was told by a longtime resident 3 days ago. That these docks were put in before a change
Sure.
in the closing of the dam so the water would come up, came about. They waited till all the ice was gone before they closed it before. Now, we are not waiting until all the ice is gone, because you already said you thought the ice was at 2 inches and it refroze to 4 inches. So we're not waiting for the ice to be gone. So
That change was made 10 years ago when Mark Coleman was a part of the LMAP committee. And
Yeah.
I've worked with Mark and we're working now to try to ensure, because the other side of this is you have 190 docks and people want to put their boats on. And if the water does rise and half your lake can't put their boats on the lake,
it's that Mother Nature.
Mother Nature again.
I understand. Okay.
And we're doing.
Well, I
the best
can't
we
wait to
can.
get your report.
Happy to provide it
Hmm.
at the December meeting.
So is Mr., do we know if Mr. Scalise, how is he doing this without, he's moving his whole dock, 4 pilings. Without putting anything on the lake bed?
He's taking a sledgehammer and just hammering it back. He's leveling, it went this way and he's taking a sledgehammer and leveling it.
Strong.
His post.
Yeah, I get it. It shows me right here. Okay. With the latest dock that was built, would anybody see it if you didn't? Okay, thank you. So. Yep, I move to approve the application for 14 Lakewood Drive. Any other questions? All those in favor?
I
I move to approve the application to repaint the boat lift roof at 34 Verdoni Road upon the recommendation set forth by LMAX. Well, I'm not going for this. So I'm sure you'll have proper drop cloths and everything else. Are you doing the work?
No, we have a contractor who does the work for us.
You're retired now, do the work.
Thank you.
You're gonna get bored. You should do the work.
Why I'm here.
All right. All those in favor of 34 Donny Road painting their boat. Aye.
Aye.
Great. Thank you. Appointments and resignation, it's okay? You're helping?
I knew you would, yeah, one of these years.
Retirement notice for Robin Kenneth, town clerk. You said, what? Hold on, it's okay, she's not leaving for quite a while.
That's not long enough.
I know, believe me, I know that. I've asked, well, actually, Mark. Robin has been talking that this next year was going to be the year that she retires. 32 years, is that what it is?
Mm,
A long time. You remember those big, when she had to be elected, she had those plywood. I mean, they went forever up to the sky. Her husband was carpenter, and he made these big, they're bigger than the banners here. Elect Robin, they were on Skyline and stuff. I'm like, man, she really wants that job. Yep, she's going to retire next year. So Mark, knowing that and the job that's entails down there, we want to make sure that we are covered and that Robin is able to help train however the flow goes of person. So.
well, it's well earned.
Yes.
Serving this
Absolutely.
Done a great job.
Yeah, no kidding.
So on the Traffic and Transportation Committee, initially, I, myself, Stephen Everett, and Trooper Gary Allen was going to be voting members on the Traffic and Transportation Committee. Trooper can't be there all the time. I won't be there all the time, so to keep the quorum, to make sure we have better numbers, they asked that we go to advisory members. So I moved to change the status for Stephen Everett, myself, and Trooper Gary Allen from voting members to advisory on the Traffic and Transportation Committee. Little do they know, I have a vote anyway. Okay, I don't care, you know what I'm saying? I got a vote. That's what they tell me, every committee, because I'm the first selectman, I get to vote. But we'll make sure we don't go against their quorum. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Aye. And we have somebody else who stepped up to be on that. I move to appoint Sharon Gage to the Traffic and Transportation Committee. I'm not sure I know Sharon.
There comes to a lot of, she's very engaged with, pedestrian safety and this is something she's passionate about.
She lives in,
Red House. on-
yeah, no, who owned that house? It's the school teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She lives there, okay.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Town administrators report.
Just for your knowledge, I'm sure you all know this, but I put in your binders all the newly elected, residents for the different offices, so you can see a full listing of everybody. And then Eversource just sent me a notification that they're going to be doing, tree work along the two main power grids. So any residents in that area will be contacted by Eversource and they'll be working on that right away, clearing brush and trimming trees. And you can see a map of the two main power grid first. Ian has a question, Steve.
And one of the like, will they be using chemical or mechanical?
What I'll do, Ian, is get a definite answer, because right now what they're saying is they're going to be clearing trees and branches along the right of way to improve system performance. It doesn't say,
There would be
It
no,
says here, cut branches extending into the right of way.
that this time of year. Oh. Yeah.
so Ian, I'll give you what I just.
Because said farm open space and the rec area and the other kill preserve, as well as a number of farms occur in those right of ways. And it's very important that they do not use chemical.
Okay, we'll check, we'll make sure they don't.
And they need reminding every time they do. They forget.
Oh, good job.
Thank you.
And then, good news, we received the senior center grant to add it's a rear entry SUV that allow a wheelchair to be loaded into an SUV. There's grants coming from the Greater New Haven Transit District. And we said, I think it's almost $63,000 SUV, of which we already put aside our contribution, which is 20%, in the last budget, in case we got this grant. So that will be, I just signed the paperwork and it'll be on order. I don't know when we'll receive it, but the challenge they were having was when we load just one wheelchair into the big bus. It's a tough ride for a senior to get to an appointment. It'd be better to be in an SUV for transportation purposes. And the bus is more designed for transporting 14 people, something. So that's underway. And then, just wanted to, where we are in the HVAC project. Thank you. So right now, we have of the project, which was total project costs $6,078,000. And then we had two town meetings where we funded $499,000 twice.
And
And
can you start over? What was the first thing you said?
the total cost is actually, so you're on,
That's the change order.
these are the change orders.
First thing you said was what?
6 million project cost for the grant application. But the actual project cost was 7,000,000.
It's almost 900,000. It's almost 900,000 without contingency.
So I'm gonna get this whole report to you, it's 9,500,000.
Thank you. It's not 6 million, it's 9 million. Something.
Correct.
Okay, we were told it was gonna be 6 million something, that's what we put in for, we got the grant 52 and 5/8 percentage.
Which was 3,169,000.
But when we went out to bid, it came in over $8.8 million. Okay, just so we're clear.
So now, right now, we've expended 3,856,000. And we have contingency of 741,000, of which we're now down to 551,000 contingency. The contractor's behind in telling us what the change orders that we've identified are going to cost, and we're putting a lot of effort to get those change orders nailed down, so we know exactly where we are with the bidding. So
Can you tell me why we use contingency for change orders? Deb? Why would we be
believe-
spending contingency
So
already?
the contingencies are probably being used because they weren't in the original budgeted costs. So they're tapping into contingency to cover those costs. But we don't know yet if any of the change orders that are pending are credits, so those numbers can change as we go through the whole project, because I assume when they're sharing, some things aren't being done, so there should be some credit, and then other ones
Right.
increase in cost, so that's an ever-changing number.
Thank you.
So what's happening with the bond, applying for that?
So the bond, right now we have a short-term bond anticipation notes of $5.5 million, so we're using that to help fund the cost. And when the project is finally done and completed and we know the actual costs, then we can calculate how much we have to bond. We have a more accurate number, so even though we have 5.5 million, if everything goes smoothly, we get the grant, all the money and all that kind of stuff back, we may actually do less in a bond, so we don't want to bond until we know the actual cost.
Right, makes sense.
Yeah.
So we're using short-term financing to cover everything right now.
Yeah, so we kind of went on, I think, a little high just to make sure for the contingency.
Right.
Yeah.
Does Chris have anything else you want to?
Chris, anything you want to add to that?
Is part of that remaining 551,000, that does not take into account the fire watch, which has been going on. So that right now looks like might come out of contingency, so that'll reduce that value.
Chris, actually, that does.
It does include,
551 includes the $100,000 total estimate for fire watch.
okay. All right, I stand corrected. We're hoping we get A-wing completed sooner, so that way we can reduce the amount of fire watch.
What do they say about A-wing? What do they think? Time wise?
That's
We're
the
still-
schedule.
Yeah, we're still waiting to get an updated schedule. from-
Letter agreement. That's all I have. Steve.
Okay, thank you. Columbia, a lot of stuff in the news. A lot of great stuff. So, It's in here, copies of it are in here, read for yourselves.
And the rec department did a great job with the scarecrow.
I gotta say, it was awesome driving by.
Oh, yeah.
That was great.
It made me smile.
It did.
The teachers when you're, they're called, that was cool.
No. Okay. Transfers, move to approve. Transfers as presented totaling $2,811. So I asked about this, why we're going into contingency for, but it's for police protection. Our resident troopers asked for a couple of things, one of them is a new radar device. That can. Give a better view of radar ability.
It'll be on all the time instead of sticking the gun out the window. It's telling him speeds while he's driving, the people coming at him and going away from him.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's just something new, a new
So,
technology.
Right, the challenge on our small curvy back roads is setting up for a laser shot with the gun. There's not a lot of room where you're sitting, and it's best if he always knows what speeds they're driving at.
I think what he's currently having over 10 years old, a little outdated. So,
New technology.
State provided.
All those in favor of transfers? Aye, thank you. Refunds, I move to approve the refunds as presented totaling $4,222.97. This are. Part of our. That's a lot. Double payments, Mark,
I'm looking for
who's
those.
a few?
Cars that sold.
Gold, total.
excessive payments, excessive payments, excessive payments. But it's not,
She makes nice moves.
it's not total, it doesn't look like double bill, what it looks like to me is. A reduction. Of their payment. Excessive payment, so here's one for $20 on a $242 bill. Why did that go down? Did the state redo?
She wrote on each one. Yeah, so some of them were total, some of them were traded in, some of them were sold. So we look at each one.
Yeah, plus,
She did right.
there's an adjustment made when you sell your house. You might have overpaid based upon
Some of, yeah.
the value that we sell.
I guess it's important, okay, that's fine. Thank you. So, $4,222.97 refunds, 4,000, I have different. I have $4,767. So that's,
Mark, you have it.
4,767.
yeah, the 4,767 is more of a refund than the 4,222, so did somebody? Did you cancel out $500 worth of refunds?
She knows about it.
Oh, no, it's 4,767.57.
Okay, so I want to belay my motion. I move to approve the refunds as presented totaling $4,767.57. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Thank you. Make the record show, Kristen, yes? You might listen. I move to approve the payment of bills as presented totaling $414,033.68, consisting of 25.6 emergency, 25.6 regular, credit card and paychecks. I went through this, I asked about all the numbers in there. We're good to go.
The senior center got their furniture.
You're not happy.
They really?
Furniture.
Yeah, it says here senior center tables and chairs.
Oh, can I miss that?
You're not happy with their furniture.
They are not.
Well, they're heavier than the kid lift.
They picked them.
We understand that, but here the other thing is that the chairs, on the bottom of the chairs. The back of it comes out like that.
Oh,
The
it's a
belly.
trip hazard.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, trip hazards for 100.
But there's a challenge with the front too. Where
Yeah.
the little rubber foot is, if you lean forward, it rocks. So there's a
So
complaint into the.
they're working with the retail,
Vendor.
yes, we're working on it.
Oh, that's a trip hazard. That's terrible. That would be rocking up there. I almost took out a couple teeth.
I know. Yeah.
I got swimming cold. Yeah.
You gotta be careful, they sit the different.
So, any other discussion?
The slip lines
Yes,
for the Chesbro and Pine Street, that the one up?
no,
There's,
oh, well, man,
oh, well, man,
Wow.
we going nicely?
you're done.
I mean, oh, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
And
What
that-
is savings?
They actually were able to slip line them from the road, didn't even have to go down into
Wow.
the
That's fabulous.
wetlands.
That's,
Two culverts. Each
Saved a lot.
done for 75,000, which is
that's
a
amazing.
huge savings.
That's great.
Anything else? All those in favor of paying the bills?
I,
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Audience, citizens. Anybody out there with their hand up?
Me.
Yes, Mark? Okay, board member comments?
See you guys.
Yeah.
I'd
So,
like to say, I'm sorry to see you guys go. And there's a card in there and some cupcakes for you
And coffee.
and coffee, and he's not here to get that.
And now.
We'll mail it.
Rachel. Welcome back, Rob. Congratulations.
so I will tell you, do you want to say anything?
I wanna thank you for your service. Same for you, Chris. I appreciate all your good work.
Yeah, we've been a
Thank
team.
Yeah. One is awesome.
Lisa, first of all, thank you very much. You bring a different perspective to the board, your vast knowledge of plants and environmental and, you know, I think you really, you added so much and I learned a lot, so I appreciate all your guidance in a lot of those matters. And Chris, you know, nobody really ever said anything about the prior meeting minutes until you came on board and actually found all the problems. This, that, but that shows a true level of attention to detail, and I appreciate that. Because your guidance there and also stepping up to take the board's position on the HVAC. It's work. I didn't think it was anything less than a thankless job. And that thing was terrible, and I feel bad that, you know, we're in this situation as a town, but I thank you very much for stepping up and taking up that position. I was gonna have to sign Bill and it wouldn't have gone good.
Figured it out.
Yeah, he would have told Judy to do it. And thank you both. You brought, both of you brought an experience to the board that enhanced us, made us better.
Like
Thank
I
you.
said, we worked well as a team and the problem solving was good. With all of us.
But there's more to do. So at this time, I'd like to suspend the board meeting and move into executive session at 7:49. And I would invite Mark Walter to stay and Rob Hellstrom, and actually Ian. You too. Huh? Yeah, Rachel, you wanna be in on this? Excellent.
Sure.
Oh,
Hey, make sure you, Lisa, you get cupcakes and coffee before they all.
Did you want me to leave?
No, coffee. So they're gonna need a vote. Oh, wait, let me,
You're seeing. And knew you could use. At this time, we'll come out of executive session, have come out of executive session, we'll resume the Board of Selectmen meeting. And I will make a motion, I move to approve funds from the STIF Open Space Fund to cover the cost of a yellow book appraisal for a potential open space purchase. Oh, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Noted, Chris and I, so that passes, thank you. And I make the motion to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
8:11. Thank you.